First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those apostles and elders from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways, preaching the truth around the four corners of the earth, and salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this is Brother Dawab from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a little lesson. And as you see on my video screen, it says the Godzilla versus Kong Star is dead at 18, and this is the young lady, what's her name, Haley? Let me look at it. Someone said it. My fault. Kaylee Hato. So y'all remember the young lady who was the little girl who had the little doll in her hand, and she was deaf. And this young lady was deaf in real life. She went to a school for the deaf. So she knew sign language in real life. She was deaf in real life. So in the movie, they portrayed her, speaking line sign language while King Kong understood it. So this is the young lady. But this video is not so much about her. It's more about a few of the comments. One of the comments I actually have looked at, I was just going through the comments, and it just lets you know how people think. It's always that you only live once, that YOLO life, live it to the fullest. Life's a beach, have a dive, and all this other nonsense. And people don't understand, that that's a death sentence, to you so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans. So I'm going to sit up here and read the comment that kind of caught my attention. There's a few others in here, but this is one of the main ones that caught my attention. It says, just a reminder, this is from At House is for the Soul. It was, as you see, they made it 7 hours ago. It says, just a reminder that we can be the happiest, most successful person in our own lives, but our fates could be right around the corner. Which, okay, I can agree with that. Live this life to the fullest, people, while you still can, before moving on to the next. And therein lies where I don't agree. Now, yeah, you know what? Hey, we could be at the most successful person in our life, but hey, death could be right around the corner. If anyone ever heard that Tupac song, I see death around the corner. Death can be right around the corner. That part I agree with. But when you get to this part, live life to the fullest, no. If you're so-called Black, Latino, and Native Americans, it's not living life to the fullest. It's living life to the Lord. This is not our kingdom. This is not our rest. And having this type of mind frame and this mindset will get you fucked up. Because this is a sinful mind frame to live in. Now I'm finna grab I had a few scriptures on deck, but the first one I had on deck was this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 5. I'm gonna start at 1 and read down a little bit. But it says, Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 and verse 1. Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Yeah. Don't sit up and think just because you got this money and everything that everything is good for you. That's a sinful way of thinking, man. And you got a lot of people, especially a lot of these musicians, a lot of these actors, a lot of these entertainers who honestly think like this. It says, follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. So yeah, don't be following your own mind, man. And there go that you only live once, thought, and all that other shit, and follow your own ways and your own mind, man. Oh yeah, man, I only live once. Let me go get this money, man. Let me get all these women. Let me get these cars, and following your way. That's a dumb move. And especially for you Black, Latinos, and Native Americans, this is not our rest, man. You're not going to enjoy yourself here. Even if you have those things, you have nothing but pain and heartache. It says Ecclesiasticus 5 and 3, and say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. And there you go. A lot of people, man, sit up here and think in their mind that they got everything, and they do everything on their own, and they control their own destiny and all this other bullshit. That's a prideful ass way of thinking. It says, say not, I have sinned, and what harm have happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering; he will no wise let thee go. And see, a lot of people think that too. It says sentence against an evil work sentence against an evil work. I know, what, I might get that later, but you know what I mean. Hey, it's setting the heart of men to do evil. Just because you haven't got punished, or just because the Lord haven't dealt with you, because here it is, you committing adultery and you getting away with it, and you think the Lord is not, letting you, you think you're getting away with something. No, man. See, that's the mind frame of people. I've said, hey, say not I've sinned and nothing has happened to me. That's that mind frame under thinking that nothing's going to happen to you. You know, it says concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin. And there you go. People sit up here, you know, here it is. Okay, well, I did this. You know, I could probably do this, you know. Okay, I ate this pork chop. Now I'm finna go eat me some shrimp. Now I'm finna go sit up here and have sex with somebody else's wife, you know, and do all this nonsense. Or now I'm about to go commit adultery as a woman. I got a man at home, but I'm about to go fuck 3 other dudes. You see, this right here will get your mind frame fucked up because people got that YOLO spirit too. You only live once, so they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do. It says, and say not his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation rested upon sinners. You know, and see, that's another thing. Oh man, the Lord loved me. God loved me. He hate the sin, but love the sinner. Bullshit. Bullshit out. That's bullshit. He hates the sin and the sinner, and you gonna fuck your ass up. But here's the point that I really want to make. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And see, there you go. It says, make, and this really, like I said, this video is not based on a young lady, you know. Beautiful young lady. She passed away young, 18 years old, got into a car accident, you know. She wasn't the driver, you know. The driver was 19 years old. They escaped unharmed, but she was the one that caught it. And that just also let you know, man, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. You don't want to be on the Lord's hit list, shit list. You don't want to be on that motherfucker, man. You know. Now, whether she was an Israelite or not, hey, that's between her and the Lord. I do not know. You know. But hey, she was the one that got in that accident while the other 2 people walked away unscathed. They said they were unharmed. They said she was the one that died. You know? But hey, see, that putting off from tarrying to turn a day later, like I said, this really wasn't based on her, but to you so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. A lot of y'all sit up here and y'all going through this world thinking the same thing and doing dumb shit like on that with that comment. You only live once and all this other stuff, man. That's a horrifying way of living. And this is our captivity. We're not supposed to be enjoying this motherfucker. Wait, let me put it like this. You're going to have moments of enjoyment, but this is our captivity. This is not where we're trying to get rest, not where we're trying to enjoy life. You can't enjoy life here. And we got too many of our people trying to enjoy life in a place that's sinking, that's going down like the Titanic. Stupidity. You know? Straight stupidity. But this is what I was sitting up here getting to. Hey, make no tarrying and turn to the Lord, man. Because from day to day, look, you'll never know what's in store for you. And here's the thing about that. You'll never know what death is in store for you. It says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. You know, I seen the video and I really want to play it. One of the brothers here in Chicago, Brother Kawalia, he every now and then he put a video sometimes in the group me, man, that's really, damn, fucked up. And in this video, it showed this dude getting his ears cut off, and it showed it, graphic, everything. They cut off both his ears, watched him bleed out the ears, then chopped one of his legs, chopped the other leg, chopped the arm, chopped the other arm, and sawed off his arm. And I really want to play that video, but man, that video is graphic as hell. And dude, it fucked me up looking at it. You don't want to fall into the hands of the Lord, man. And a quick death, man, is mercy. When you have a death like that, dude, god damn. You know, the Lord really had it out, man. Fuckers, man. Y'all better get with man. You know, looking at that video, man, hey, man, if you ain't afraid of the Lord, man, something is really fucking wrong with you. Shit is crazy. But damn, I got threw off the other video, one of the scriptures I want to pull up. Oh boy. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that was it. That was it. I had this one up, but I'm gonna grab it. Let me grab Ezekiel real quick. Ezekiel chapter. Is Ezekiel 3? Yeah, Ezekiel chapter 3. It says, and it came, it says, Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17, it said, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. And that's the thing, man. Warning our people and letting them know, hey, man, get your ass straight, man, before death come. Because death could come at any time, man. And people sit up here and be on bullshit, man. Playing around, playing these games. Man, the Lord ain't joking. You're going to get right or get left. And then getting left is not going to be a good thing. And the doors of mercy is closing. The doors of mercy is closing. And people playing around. Let me go back to Proverbs, because that was the other thing. Proverbs 8. And 34. Hey, this is, I was going to just read 36, but no. Hey, let me start up. This is Proverbs 8:37. It says, 8:34. It says, Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. Hey, so blessed is the man who hear this truth. And that's the same for the woman. Blessed is the man and the woman who hear this truth. Who thinking upon the Lord. Who waiting for the Lord. It says, For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord. And there you go. Listening to this truth. We can't keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the fullest, but what we can do is do the best we can. We can do the best we can. It says practice. It says we're going to rehearse the righteous acts, which means practice. We ain't going to get everything right, man. But we try to do the best we can. And that's showing faith. And faith without works is dead. How do you show faith? By doing what the Lord say. Well, it's going out on the highways and byways, putting up these videos, putting up these lessons. Women sitting up here following their men. And if they don't have a man, trying to do the best they can until they get a man. By following the laws, listening to brothers, doing the best that they can. That's works. You're showing that you trying your best. That's how you show works. It says, but here's the point. It says, but he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. And there you go. If you ain't trying to follow the Lord and try to follow this wisdom, knowledge, and understand and get this understanding, you through, man. You love death because you hate the Lord. And a lot of our people hate the Lord, man. Because what? That you only live once life, that solo life, that just do it and all this other nonsense, which is nothing but death. Nothing but death. I'm going to get this and I'm going to close it out. I'm just going to end it on this. Romans. What is that? 6. Yep, here it is. Romans 6 and 23. I'm just going to go straight to the point. It says, for the wages of sin is death. What is the wages of sins? Hey, that's what that's your reward, death. If you want to be a sinful motherfucker, committing iniquity all the time, guess what you're going to get? Death. But it says, but the gift of Yahweh is eternal life through Yahweh Shah Mashiach. So if you following you following this, or let me say, but the gift of Yahweh is eternal life through Yahweh Shah Mashiach, our Lord. So hey, if you following the Lord, doing the best you can, that's what's that salvation, that mercy, that everlasting life. Because this world is about to be judged hard, man. It's about to get the whammy. If any of y'all ever sit up here and look at that TV show, it was a game show called Press Your Luck, where if you press this thing and you land on prizes, you get the prize. But if you land on this little green goblin, It's called a whammy, and what it does is it destroys your money and takes you out. That's what's about to happen. The world is about to land on a whammy real quick, real soon. Yeah, you've been pressing your luck for all this damn time, and there ain't no such thing as luck. But you know what I'm trying to get at. You've been going on thinking everything is okay, man, and now you're about to. And now it's about to get. Now the whammy is about to come down, man. You know. And to you so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans, man, a lot of y'all about to get crushed too, man, because y'all believe in this world. That whammy about to hit your motherfucking ass. You know? And like I said before, it wasn't really about old girl. You know, hey, it's the Lord, man. You know? Hey, you know what? Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Wasn't thinking about it, but now that it came to my mind, let me get that Isaiah 45. This is Isaiah 45. This is Isaiah 45:5. It says, I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun, from the west, that there is none beside me. I am the Lord, and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I do all these things. So the Lord do all these things, man. The Lord do all these things. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me get the other one. So you can get, so I can give you a better thought of what he was, thought about this. This is Deuteronomy 32 and this is the one I really wanted. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. There you go. Plain and simple. You can't get out of the Lord's hand. If it's your time, he coming to get you. Point blank, period. You know? He says, I kill and I make alive. That's point blank, period. My God doesn't kill. You stupid if you think. He controls both. Dummy. But with that, man, hey, look. I hope this was edifying. I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those apostles and elders from Great Millstone, teaching rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways, preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the whole that you guys may be sealed sooner with that. I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we almost up out of here. So with that, I say Kwam Yasharella and Abba Ball and Anya Habata.